What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody's doing well today. Before we start, please smash that like button for me. It really helps out with the algorithm, and I really appreciate the support that everyone has been showing so far. We're with the Waterbox 7225 build. Yeah, this tank is just kind of dragging along. Just getting really busy with work and then helping the kids out with school during the weekdays, and I just don't have time to work on the tank during the weekdays, so I'm down to just Saturday, maybe a Sunday, working on this tank just slowly, piece by piece, I guess. With the last video, I was filling up the tank to test everything, and I mentioned about people making comments that my tank will fail because it's kind of overhanging on all three sides. Even though the Waterbox Peninsula, they have it overhanging front to back, but I really don't know about the ends right here, left and right, if they need to be supported or not. I've been looking online at a lot of Waterbox Reef tank builds, and it looks like the ends are just kind of floating. I'll post in some pictures right here so you guys can see what I'm seeing. But yeah, for peace of mind, I decided to make modifications to the doors and everything. So originally, if you guys have been following along, I DIY'd this tank. The doors were 18 inches each, and I had 4, and I lined up 4, and at the end it ended up being short 8 millimeters. The tank is a little longer than 72 inches, even though it's 7225, it's a little bit longer. So to compensate for that, I had the one side, the doors just protruding out like this, and then the other side, the door would be in back. The end right there would be pushed back, and then the front facing door would cover it. But I decided to just kind of make everything symmetrical. So this door at the end right here, this piece, I have it out, so I moved this one out as well. That means I would have to rip one of the doors 8 millimeters shorter so I could fit everything in flush. I mentioned to you guys that people made comments that my tank would fail, would crack over time, blow up, whatever. That really messes with a person's mind. So for peace of mind, I decided to mount the doors. I countersunk the holes right here, and I screwed it in. So I screwed it in so the weight of this pane right here would push down on the door, and I have the doors shimmed up to take on the weight. I did the same for this end right here, so we should be able to move forward now. So today is Saturday. I feel like I need to work on these 2 tanks right here before all of the pipes and everything is in place. It would be very hard for me to get back there and mount things. It's about 36 inches front to back. So this is a 29-gallon breeder. This is also a 29-gallon breeder. I was planning on having one as an ATO reservoir, so I'll never run out of auto top-off water, and one as a mixing station, so I could just fill it up with RODI water, throw in salt, and have it mix. And once it's ready, we'll just have a pump it into the sump over here, so I wouldn't have to deal with buckets anymore. So I have this RODI line through the wall right here, and I'm gonna have my my RODI unit in the backyard, so everything is connected back there so the wastewater could go into the grass or whatever. Today I wanted to clean up this line up on the board somewhere, and I got something a while back, probably a year back now, and I never installed it. Let me show you guys. I got this RODI Flood Guardian by XP Aqua. I think it was like 50 bucks, but then both Reef Supply, they gave me a coupon when I was at Reef Palooza for like 25 bucks. So I got this for like $25 through bulk Reef Supply, and you can see it's like all dusty. thing. I bought it and I never opened it up or thought about installing it or anything like that. Up until now, what I have been doing is like every weekend I've been using a Home Depot 5-gallon bucket and making my RODI water, and then carrying that bucket over to another reservoir and then mixing the calc and then putting that water into the reservoir. It's like every week I'm lugging along that 5-gallon bucket. So I got this 29-gallon tank. Hopefully that eliminates the bucket life. So I was thinking of having this mounted up and connected to the line so I can at will press this play button right here. Let me get this out so you guys can see. Alright, so I got it out right here. You see this play and pause button. It's electronically controlling the solenoid right here. Let me show you. It's electronically controlling this solenoid right here, and it can stop the water from flowing. So it has a sensor right here, a low and a high, and once the water reaches the sensor, it will automatically trigger this solenoid to stop the water from flowing. So in theory, I would have this sensor inside one of my tanks right here, whatever I'm gonna use, and then I can just press play. You guys can see that it's zoomed in. I could press play and then the water would just start flowing through the line until it hits the sensor. Once it hits the sensor, it would automatically shut off. So that would kind of automate things and not require me to keep an eye out on the RODI unit and everything like that. I don't know if you guys make your own RODI water, but I have forgotten about the unit a couple of times, and luckily I have the bucket outside in the backyard and I just flood my backyard. Everything flows to the grass, but in here I don't want to flood this at all. I would be in big trouble if I flooded this 29-gallon tank and be fast asleep and no one's aware of it. But yeah, let me get this in and we'll see how everything looks. Alright guys, sorry I did a lot of this off camera, but this is what I got. This is the sensor. I'm gonna put it in front, so I don't want to buy 2 of these units. So I'm just gonna put it in front, so whenever I need to fill whichever tank I need, I'm just gonna move the sensor from here to here or here to here. And then what I was thinking was wiring the RODI line to 2 valves like this right here, so I can control which tank the water's gonna go into. I could shut off one and then have the one with the sensor turn that valve on so the water would fill this tank and not fill this tank. That's kind of my idea right now. I got this T right here, so it's going off to 2 tanks like that, and then I'm gonna have the switch on the bottom, so I can have easy access right in front. I don't have to reach back there or anything like that. I'm gonna cut my lids to cover the back right there, to keep everything clean and eliminate possibility of evaporation, too much evaporation, whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna keep everything in front so I can have easy access to it. I have these wire holders or whatever. I'm gonna think of a way to kind of mount everything up and out of the way, have everything cleaned up. When we come back, I'll have everything routed and wired up, and I'll be sure to share with you guys. Alright guys, I pulled out the breeder tanks and I crawled in here. So we got the line coming in through the wall right here, and it's coming up. And I built this little shelf right here up top so I could tuck away all of the electronics and stuff like that. So the line goes into this solenoid right here, and then it continues this way. Let me get in here. Continues this way to this this T. I kind of crudely hammered this in. These two things right here, they're for wiring, but I just put two in so it's like pretty sturdy. This is a 3M wire holder, organizer, whatever. I'll leave a link in the description if you guys are looking for something similar, but it's just to keep the sensor right in the middle so I can kind of swap it between tanks. The buttons right here, I'll just have to reach over and press play for water, and all of the wiring is tucked up here. I'm gonna need to do some RODI lines coming down to the switches, the valve switches right here. So let me get to that and I'll show you how it looks. Alright guys, I got the tanks back in. The sensor right here, right in the middle. So whatever tank I want to fill, one's RODI, one is for water changes. I'm gonna go in and position my sensor with a magnet, and then close the valve for the tank that I'm not filling. That would in turn put water into the tank that has the valve turned on. I'm hoping to control which tank I want water to fill into. So this is what I have so far. I'm still undecided of how to position these lines. Should I have it just going straight in, or somehow do a mount on my lid so it's up top like so we don't have any chance of it kind of flipping out like that and then flooding my house. But this is what I have so far. This is the RODI Flood Guardian. You can find this on Bulk Reef Supply or Marine Depot. I'll leave links down in the description below. Hopefully this would save me from flooding my tanks. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about these two 29 gallons. My idea for having one for RODI and the other for water changes at will right under the tank. Hopefully this eliminates the bucket life that I've been living since 2018. Now, tank is like this. I have a pump coming for one of these tanks right here. Hopefully I'm gonna have it connected to a smart switch so I can control everything through the phone. So once I'm done mixing the water and everything, I'll have a pump with a line directly into the sump, so we can just pump the mixed water into the sump, and a pump to pump the water into the kitchen sink as disposal.